lovelies, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're all doing super well. Today we have another video sponsored by the lovely Guitar World, and we're going to be taking a real close look at Amplitube 5 by IK Multimedia. And basically I'm going to jump in, we're going to do a tour, look at all of the different amps and pedals that they have, and then I'm going to create some cool tones, and then I'm going to show you those tones that I create. So first things first, I'm going to load up Amplitube 5 as a Logic plugin. I am aware that you can actually use Amplitube kind of like on its own, and it actually has its own 8-track kind of recording software within the software itself, but today we're going to do it as a plugin in Logic, as that's how I mainly record my stuff. Okay, so we have Amplitube loaded up in Logic, and this is just the default thing that it kind of comes up with, which is a Brit 8000 amp. I'm guessing this is kind of it's an Amplitube amp, but it's a play on Marshall, I reckon. Alright, let's just start exploring. They're split up into clean crunch, high gain, and is that all of them? Bass. So they have bass tones as well, bass presets, bass amps, which is really cool too. Tell you what, let's take a look at the Twin Reverb, as this is an amp that a lot of my heroes use. I've never actually had the chance to play a Twin Reverb in person, but from what I've heard, like, they're just the most amazing things ever. So yeah, let's take a look. This is interesting. Oh look, so you can actually then click on the kind of cab side of it, and you can move your mics around and pretty, yeah, ooh, look at that. Go in and look at the mics themselves, and you can actually obviously change the volume of them, how they are panned, and also the room microphones, so that you can decide how close and far you want them and how much of the mic you're actually kind of hearing. And then you can actually look into the mics that you are using themselves. We're on a Dynamic 57 as mic number 1. And mic number 2 is a Condenser 87, so you can mess around with those. Okay, alright, very cool. So then, clicking on, you can check out the room. Right now we are in a hall. This is something I haven't actually seen before, like in an amp plugin software, where you would be able to kind of like change the actual like setting of the room you are in. Like within reverb settings and stuff themselves, obviously you have like hall, chamber, cave, stuff like that. But within a plugin software, this is the first I've seen where you can actually change your location, which is really awesome. You can also change your speaker by the looks of it, and there are many, quite a few pedals here to choose from, like really a lot, but we're going to make some tones later anyway, so we'll get into it. They've got a lot of really great options for you to kind of like dive in and use the different pedals that you're used to having on your board, especially like I have these pedals in real life. But if I'm not recording through my amp, or if I don't want to add pedals into the interface, you can experience latency and stuff like that with real pedals, which I actually discovered doing my last video with Eventide, that you know, you can run into quite a few issues with latency and stuff like that if you want to use physical pedals with amp plugins. So it's really great to have everything within one software, as it's all just going to work together so much more nicely. And then, as I kind of briefly looked into before, we have the collection. And before was when I dove into looking at Slash's collection, and we looked at the AFD 100 amp, and then also the JCM Slash before. Brian May, you've got Brian May on here. Carvin. Who else have we got? Dimebag Darrell. See, I didn't even know these were on here before because I didn't have a chance to properly explore, so this is really awesome. Jimi Hendrix collection. Joe Satriani. Mesa Boogie. So here we actually have, again, full-on Mesa Boogie amp models, which is really awesome. You've got orange as well, and they look sick as well. Like I love the graphics and the design of it. It's literally like having these amps in your computer. So you've got the Amp Cab collection as well, to match with the collections of the heads, which is just amazing. Alright, okay, so that's just like a rough tour around all of the different things that you can get your hands on when looking at this, when using Amplitude 5, but I want to get on in and I want to create some tones. I'm thinking let's go with 3 tones and let's come up with some sick tones, and then I'm going to show them to you and play through. Alright, first up, let's figure out a clean tone that we're going to use, shall we? So, I should do a Fender again. So this is what the tone sounds like. So this is how that sounds. So this is what that sounds like. So that is my very, very quick tour of Amplitude 5, and more importantly, a little tone breakdown of what kind of tones I would come up with and what kind of tone... Oh, what is going on here? This is weird. There is really so many amps and pedals and speakers and mics and rooms and all sorts of things for you to choose from. There are so many different combinations, and I'm sure you would easily be able to record an album just using this plugin. Given the amount of different options that are on hand to you, and I just scratched the surface there. It literally, you could get lost in there for days looking for tones and creating tones and having a lot of fun with it. I highly suggest that you guys go and check out Amplitude 5. I don't think you will be disappointed. I remember years ago trying an earlier version of Amplitude, and it has come along so much since then. It was good before, but now there's really just so many things on offers, and like, as a person who does a lot of cover videos, the collection side of it is like really great, because the thing with a lot of other amp softwares is that like it's so easy to get lost in what's on hand to you. It can be quite overwhelming, and although there is a lot of things to choose from on Amplitude, I love the way they kind of break it up and section it, and I love the graphics as well. So you can be like, oh, I want to sound like Slash today. Oh good, they have a Slash collection. Or I want to sound like Jimi Hendrix. Oh good, there's a Jimi Hendrix collection. And it kind of just really helps to kind of get to the point of what you're trying to find, rather than sitting there for hours scratching your head being like, like this is so hard to find a tone. If you want to just be quick and find something like that that's going to sound really awesome straight off the bat of the presets, then this is definitely a software that you should check out. I want to say a huge thank you to Guitar World for hooking me up with the Amplitude 5 and also for sponsoring today's video, because without them this wouldn't have been possible, so a huge thank you to them. If you enjoyed watching today's video, please hit like, comment and subscribe. Let me know which tone was your favourite out of the three. Do you like these tone building videos? Because I find it quite interesting, and these videos are actually kind of like a good opportunity for me to sit down and to make some new tones as well, so I really do enjoy them myself. For exclusive content, and if you'd like to support me further, please follow the link to my Patreon in my description, where you will find many videos and lots of content that aren't featured on my other social media and my YouTube channel. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later.